At this point, Tony Stark has basically a new Iron Man suit for every day of the week. Hi, my name is AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and these are the top 10 Iron Man suits you've never seen before. At number 10 is the Mark NIL Armor. Starting off with a brand new suit that only diehard fans are gonna recognize, because this bad boy just recently made its big debut not even 3 months ago, so unless you've been keeping up with the latest Invincible Iron Man comics, this bad boy's probably slipped under your radar. Pun intended, because this bad boy's a stealth model. You see, Tony Stark cooked up this stealthy beauty when Stark Unlimited fell into the wrong hands, specifically those of the human supremacist Fei Long, who used Tony's vast resources to build an army of Iron Man Sentinels. And so what better way to infiltrate your own factory but by designing a suit that's all about staying off the radar, favoring undetectability above all else. First off, it's got active camouflage, rendering it virtually invisible, Predator style. Additionally, the suit also possesses van der Waals adhesion circuits similar to the Model 70 armor, which allows it to stick to vertical surfaces, mimicking Spider-Man's wall crawling, to maximize Tony's verticality while minimizing the use of those loud-ass propulsion jets. And while it's also sporting those other Iron Man-centric paraphernalia, like the obligatory repulsor beams, Tony really can't be too cocky in the suit, because it's much more fragile as a suit of armor compared to his other suits. Oh, and speaking of cocky, you might have noticed that Stark didn't even bother giving it a fancy name or official designation. All of that in the name of stealth. At number 9 is the Ziran Armor. This suit comes from a what-if storyline where Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the Hulk form a new Fantastic Four to take down Thanos, which is an absolute power-packed Marvel scenario. But what really piques our interest here is the Ziran Armor. You see, this suit has an epic backstory. It all started when Ziran, a Celestial, met his unfortunate end at Thanos' hands with the Infinity Gauntlet. And after some cosmic shenanigans, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner got their hands on Ziran's arm. But what they discovered was mind-boggling. The Celestials controlled their armor using just their thoughts. Tony, being Tony, figured out how to adapt it to human thought and connected it to the negative zone thanks to Mr. Fantastic's tech. The Ziran armor should be off the charts in terms of power. It can take planet-shattering blows and even survive nuclear warheads. It might even outclass some Celestials and even the Godkiller Mark II. And if you've never heard of that one either, stick around for more. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Top 10 Nerd, and ringing that notification bell. Really helps us out, and I really appreciate it. And number 8 is Model 53, otherwise known as the Squirrel Buster. It all started when his regular suit couldn't handle an evil clone of Squirrel Girl. Yeah, the one with the squirrels. To tackle her squirrel-fueled antics, Tony crafted this uniquely adorable armor. It's got a cute squirrel head, and it's not just for looks. It houses a backup RT node. Of course, it also comes with repulsors, and these aren't your average beams. They've given Black Panther a run for his money. Plus, the suit as a whole bears a striking resemblance to the Hulkbuster suit. Even after designing an entire suit just to beat Squirrel Girl's evil clone, the showdown didn't go Iron Man's way, mainly because the clone used her wits and weapons. But if she didn't have those gadgets, Tony might have snagged the win. But considering Squirrel Girl's track record, that seems pretty unlikely. At number 7 is Model 60. This one's got a nifty twist. See, Tony Stark designed it to be more than just a suit, and it's got some serious style. You won't believe this, but it can transform into, drumroll please, a Vespa. Yeah, you heard me right, a Vespa, like the Italian word for wasp, which is perfect since Tony took Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, on a date with it. Talk about clever wordplay, but there's more. When things start to get tough, the Vespa can shapeshift into a fully fledged Iron Man suit, and it's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect. Flight, repulsor beams, super strength, the works. Oh, and it even rocks a cool energy sword. So it's a date night vehicle, a Vespa, and a high-tech suit all rolled into one. Now that's what I call versatility. At number 6 is the Sniffbuster. Okay, so back in the day, Iron Man's suit at one point had a nose. I know. It sounds bizarre, but here's the scoop. See, one day, the legendary Stan Lee saw an Iron Man cover and casually asked, hey, where's his nose? What he meant was that the helmet looked super snug on Stark's face, and so his eyes should be further back from the surface of the faceplate so that Tony's nose wouldn't be so squished underneath. But the illustrators got it all mixed up and actually added a nose to the armor. Tony Stark tried to justify the odd choice by claiming it allowed for more facial expression and upped his fearsome factor. Unsurprisingly, no one in the Marvel Universe was buying it. They openly mocked Iron Man's nose, calling it ridiculous. Fortunately, this nasal experiment didn't stick around for long, and it hasn't resurfaced since. At number 5 is Stark Odinson, aka Iron Hammer. In this alternate reality, the Infinity Stones cause a cosmic mashup, merging our beloved heroes into new mind-bending forms. Stark Odinson is the fusion of Tony Stark and Thor, who stands out as the result of this fusion. In Warp World, Stark Odinson is no ordinary Iron Man. He's the son of Howard Odin, the chieftain of Asgard. His armor, the Iron Hammer, is an ingenious blend of Asgardian magic and Stark technology. But what sets him apart is his colossal hammer, a divine tool capable of delivering thunderous justice. At number 4 is Iron Man Noir. Iron Man Noir, folks, an intriguing twist in the Marvel Universe. Picture Tony Stark, but not in the modern age. We're talking 1930s here. He's still the genius inventor we all know and love, crafting an Iron Man suit before it was even cool. But here's the kicker. He's an explorer, a treasure hunter, roaming the world for lost artifacts. While on his escapades, he forms unexpected alliances and delves into the shadowy past of his own family. It's a blend of history, mystery, and good old Iron Man tech. This alternate reality showcases a whole different side of Stark, showing that heroism transcends eras. At number 3 is Iron Lantern, a fusion of two iconic comic book universes, Marvel's and DC's amalgam universe. Imagine a story where Tony Stark and Hal Jordan were combined into one character. In this alternate reality, Stark's life takes a sharp turn when an alien ship crashes on Earth, leaving him critically injured. To save himself, he concocts an armor from the wreckage, powered by a lantern power battery from the crashed ship. This Iron Lantern suit not only keeps him alive, but also bestows upon him the extraordinary abilities of the Green Lantern. And with this newfound power, he goes by the name Iron Lantern and confronts formidable foes such as Madame Sapphire, Great White, and his arch nemesis, Mandarinestro. Yeah. However, it's worth noting that this character doesn't quite capture all the essence of Iron Man. I mean, naturally, he is also amalgamed with Hal Jordan. Iron Man is all about being just a regular human with exceptional intellect and technology, while with the Green Lantern powers, Iron Lantern loses some of that unique humanity. And number 2 is Iron Goblin. On Earth 19919, the Spider Queen wreaked havoc on New York City, turning folks into creepy spider-human hybrids. But Tony Stark, the Iron Man, had an ace up his mechanical sleeve. He got a dose of the Goblin formula, the same stuff that Norman Osborn used on himself to become the Green Goblin. This serum amped up Stark's game, giving him super strength, speed, and healing powers, plus all the usual Iron Man tech. It was like he won the superhero lottery at that point. But, of course, here's the catch. That formula messes with your head big time, makes you go nuts, like off the charts crazy. So Tony, not wanting to become some total psycho, did something quite amazing. He grabbed the Ebony Blade, one of Marvel's ultimate weapons, and sacrificed himself to save the day. And at number 1 is the Godkiller Armor Mark II, as promised. It's a celestial-sized monstrosity, a hidden gem in Tony Stark's arsenal, not because nobody knows about it, but because he actually just keeps the thing off planet. Imagine this, it's orbiting Mars, silently waiting for that one earth-shattering threat. Powered by not 1, not 2, but a whopping 8 nuclear reactors, this bad boy isn't the flashiest when it comes to weaponry, just repulsor blasts. But it compensates with his mind-boggling speed and brute strength. It can zip between Earth and Mars in a blink and lift celestial beings up like it's a walk in the park. But when the Dark Celestials rolled in, Tony decided it was go time for the suit. And for a brief moment, he held his ground against these godlike entities. But they had a trump card in the Callous Void, who tore off the Godkiller's left arm. Tony's last resort was that he ejected himself from the suit and made it go boom boom. So while this suit may have only lasted for 2 issues, with a price tag of over $4 billion, it seems like it earned its spot on today's list. As always, if there's an Iron Man suit that you've never heard of that you think I've missed, I mean, I don't know how you would recommend it since you've never heard of it, but nonetheless, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you all in a later video. Peace out, nerds.